What's going on, guys? I wanted to do a demo of this new Squier Stratocaster that I bought. I bought it from some guy in Los Angeles for only $100, and it came completely bone stock. The only thing that I actually did to it was I threw in the Seymour Duncan SH-4 pickup. And if you have followed me for a while, you would know that I had that in a couple of my other older Strats. And to me, it's just a really well-rounded, nice, thick pickup. I got it, I did the slant on it like that, like the normal single coils would be. All I did was, I had the single coil in here before I routed this in there, and all I did was I took a hacksaw and some scissors and, I think I took a soldering iron to round it out a little bit, but all I did was take that and just cut it out to shape for this. So yeah, it's a real nice guitar for only $100. It stays perfectly in tune. I set up everything on it. It's intonated. I might swap out the tuners for some classic style ones, but yeah, overall this guitar is fantastic. My own personal opinion. A lot of people don't like Squier Strats. I like them because they're cheap. You can mod them. Everybody knows that I modify all my guitars, and you can beat the hell out of them, and you don't have to worry about ruining a really nice guitar. Like, don't get me wrong, this thing's really nice. The finish on it is absolutely gorgeous, and the way that it's set up is, it's great, and it's one of the best guitars I think I've ever owned. However, I don't have to worry about, knocking it into things if it was like a vintage style Fender Stratocaster. So that's pretty nice for me, and I like Fender Stratocasters, but these to me are just, they're better for me because I am moving around all the time, jumping around on stage when I'm playing live, and I'm always running it into things on accident. So I don't have to worry about destroying this thing because it's only $100. Like, that's very replaceable. Versus if you get a Fender Stratocaster, they're, like the really good ones are upwards of $1,000. So I like it. It's very nice. I'm not sure if it came from the factory like this, but when I was modding in my SH-4, I took the pickguard off, and the entire cavity of this guitar is, it's got copper shielding in it to keep it from resonating noise. And all these, like the single coils, which is really surprising from Squier, they typically buzz really, really loud when you're plugged into an amp that's got gain on it. These do not. It's on the, it's switched all the way up. It's on the neck pickup right now. I think these are the best Squier pickups I've ever had in a guitar. Every other one, just they hum like crazy, and I've got my hands off of it, not touching anything. Nothing's, typically it would hum really loud, but it's not. On every single one of these too, there's absolutely no hum, and that's to me, that's pretty damn good build quality, to be honest, because every other one that I've had hummed like crazy, and I could never use these pickups up here, so I would always just route in a freaking Seymour Duncan or Bill Lawrence or whatever for the humbucker, so it would be noise canceling. And I mean, now I can actually use these pickups. I've never used them before. I've never really been into that sound, but I've been venturing outside of my little box lately, so. And I think because of buying my Gibson Les Paul Jr., it's got a P90 in it, which is like, it's basically like a stacked single coil. And that sound is like, it's very thin, but it's thick at the same time. So that kind of got me into using single coils a lot more. I actually thought about going back to a single coil with this, but I like the Seymour Duncan way too much to do that. way too heavy of stuff to do it anyways. So, but this stuff is like real nice for soloing. Oops. Yeah, $100, great Strat. I encourage everybody, you know, I'm kind of like a connoisseur in cheap guitars, and I like to mod them, and I like knockoffs and, you know, like cheap stuff like this, and I like to mod them. It's great. It's a cool hobby to get into, and you kind of personalize your own guitar to your specific needs, which I think is pretty cool. And you know, for my case, I play a lot of heavy stuff, and I play a lot of like pop punk music. So to me, this perfect setup for me. Aside from my Junior, I mean, this is great Strat. Yes, that was What's My Age Again. It's on the 2nd fret, but I played it on the 3rd. Trying to avoid copyright infringement here with anything. So. Yeah, hope you like it. Hope you take some of my advice. Modifying cheap guitars, if you're not into that, whatever. It's still a great sounding instrument. I really like it. It's one of my best Strats I think I've ever owned. So, yeah, check out my other videos, but thanks for watching, guys.